live from the couch.
Okay, I like it. Well, most of us enjoy a good cup of coffee, but seems there's more than one way to enjoy that brew.
Proof right now, actress Debi Mazar and her dreamboat husband, Gabriele Corcos, host of Cooking Channel's Extra Virgin and brand ambassadors for Lavazza coffee, showed us one of their favorite recipes.
Welcome, Debi Mazar and hubby Gabriele Corcos. Thank you guys for coming to the show.
Thanks for having us. Good morning.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Here, let's celebrate. Get some chocolate.
Oh, that is, look at that. They're feeding you.
I got chocolate in front of me.
This is we love this. Okay, so Debi, really quickly, have you always loved cooking?
Always loved cooking. I love to entertain. My mother had me at 15 and she was a horrible cook. So I had no choice but to love cooking. My grandma taught me. And then in my building, I had Black, Puerto Rican, Chinese, every race in my building, and all the smells wafted. I was like, see you, Ma. I'm going up to Rosie's or to Jeanette's or whoever's house.
Oh, that's awesome.
But then when I met him, my taste changed because...
for her once, and that was the beginning of the end. Right?
Now he's the cook.
Yeah, look at that. She's talking. He's
cooking right now.
Who's the better cook?
He is.
What are we doing right here?
Today we're going to actually teach you guys how to make something wonderful.
Okay.
We're using Lavazza coffee.
Coffee panna cotta.
Which is nice and rich. They have a drip line that I'm really liking.
So it's like
lighter.
Everybody's talking.
Do you want to let me talk? You
Sorry,
want to talk?
you talk. No, the guys,
that's how we do it. That's okay. So you were telling me about the coffee.
Well, you know, we're using today Lavazza coffee. They came out with a drip line that's fantastic. You know, it's better than the espresso for this particular recipe, so it doesn't overpower the panna cotta. Panna cotta is kind of like an Italian flan, if you would.
Okay.
And light, creamy, fluffy, and this is a nice coffee flavor.
But here we're mixing it. Usually, traditionally, panna cotta is done with a balance of heavy cream and milk, depending on how thick or how heavy you want it. You increase the cream. Here we're mixing heavy cream and the brewed coffee. So it comes out.
You just did, and then you added.
And then we add the ganache. Here is your final dish. You see how it's unmolded with a nice chocolate underneath.
But it's nice because when you use the drip, it comes out like sort of nice light color.
And you have to use liquor, obviously.
What liquor is that?
This is amaretto, but you can use rum, you can use grappa, anything that floats your boat, so to speak.
I love that. Right? Yes.
And
I put that behind my ears to attract all the guys.
Yeah.
This is our gelatin. Here I'm mixing the gelatin.
And this is so easy, guys. This seems like there are just a couple of steps and you can really make this.
It is very easy. The only long part is, it has to sit in the fridge, to set.
For how long?
Yeah.
For about 3 hours.
Okay.
So, if you make it in the afternoon for your dinners, or, for your guests, or you make it in the evening, so the morning after you have a,
But it's a very nice
treat.
way to impress. It's light, it's creamy, it changes the palate in your mouth after a nice meal.
And if I may, is panna cotta does it always have coffee in it?
No.
No.
That's a nice twist.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're mixing this, tell us about the show.
Yeah.
Oh, Extra Virgin. Well, we're coming back on air with all new original series, season 4, April.
Awesome.
And this season, we've taken you to Tuscany and showing you everything that Tuscany is about. We normally shoot over there in the summer because the kids are out of school. We're like, you know what? We have to shoot over there because there's the wild boar, there's a truffle hunting, there's the olive harvest, there's, so much going on in Tuscany in the fall. So we had a blast.
I bet. And you had all those fresh ingredients.
Oh my God. My butt is like a little bit bigger right now. But, he likes my curves.
I love it.
Women with curves are real women.
That's
real women
right.
have
Say
curves.
Say it
yes,
loud.
absolutely.
So what are we doing here?
Here I'm mixing the heavy cream that has the gelatin in it. You mix it in with your main ingredients, and once they're done, you put it into the mold and you refrigerate it for about 3 hours. Here we have the ganache, and here's the finished. I do it actually in 2 different ways. I either plate it more refined with the chocolate underneath, or if you want to be kind of like more festive, I cover it in chocolate. So I pour the chocolate on top.
I think so too.
So will it separate like that when you put it in the mold?
In general, yes, because the coffee tends to, has a different thickness than the cream, so it floats a little bit. But I actually like it.
But how cute
it gives
is that?
Little
it
texture.
It could be like a little eyeball.
Yes, and these are butter shortbread, and they're made actually with espresso coffee. So for this, we use the one that my grandfather used to brew me when I was a kid.
You should really have one.
I think, John, you should pass me one. So
have a cookie.
But quickly, Debbie, so what do you find more challenging, acting or cooking? Thank you, John.
You know, they're completely two different things. Cooking to me is something that I use to sustain myself, my children. I enjoy it. It relaxes me. It's multi-layered, multifaceted. Acting should always be that way too. As we get older, sometimes the roles are more challenging and sometimes they're less challenging. I like doing both. I mean, I do that. I sew. I make things. I have hobbies.
Right.
I live my life to the fullest, and if I can make money doing anything I get paid for, great. You know what I mean?
And now, also, really quickly before you go, I had the chance to see Mark Wahlberg last week.
Oh, you did?
I did. I saw Lone Survivor, and I asked him about the Entourage movie, which I'm sure you're asked about a lot.
I am.
Can you tell us what he said it's a go?
Would you like some chocolate on that?
Yes, I would love some chocolate on that.
The Entourage movie is a go. Pardon me.
Here you go. It's right there.
Oh, but this is not as warm. I want
she wants to give me
I'm giving it right out of the can.
Yeah.
It's a go. I have an offer. My deal's not closed yet, but I'm very excited. I haven't read it.
Oh,
and this goes in the fridge.
Apparently it's going in February.
Thank you so much, guys.
Oh.
Was that as delicious as it looked?
It was delicious, but that was one crazy cooking segment. We were all like cooking our own thing. But the way it separates when you get it out of the mold, it was very attractive, but it tasted great. Yeah.
I know. Speaking of the pregnant woman, I'm like, do you have any? Is there any left over?
Too bad.
Well, coming up, performance by Irish rock band.